Welcome to Confessions by Banana Ketchup. Unseen force in my bedroom. I've been wanting to post about this personal experience for a while, so here goes. This was 11 years ago, in which I was 17, and I still remember it so clearly. My girlfriend at the time had spent the night and fell asleep fairly early. I stayed up as I usually do and was just watching TV. I winded up staying up pretty late into the night and remember it being 3 a.m. and then it happened. My girlfriend started whimpering. She was still asleep and she began to say my name because she wanted me to wake her up. Backstory, this had been happening for some time now, so I just figured it was just a typical sleep paralysis episode in which I usually help her wake up if I was around. I did what I usually did and just nudged her arm and called her name. It didn't work, so I tried the second time, but I started getting worried because the panic and the volume in her voice was rising as she called out my name. At this point, things just felt different and incredibly off because it didn't usually take her this long to wake up, and it legitimately seemed like she was almost in trouble. I did the only thing that seemed logical at the time and slept her awake. That finally woke her up, but she looked dazed and still half asleep. 2 seconds after I woke her up, she looked at me and says, "I kept hearing growling by your side of the bed." Right after that confusing sentence, I heard something pound on my closet door, which was actually on my side of the bed. She looked scared and I was just confused, so I got up and cautiously opened the closet and looked around. There was nothing there, but I just had the weirdest feeling like something was in the room watching us, but we couldn't see it. I tried my best to reason with myself that maybe my sister was still awake and doing something in her room since we shared a wall. But then I decided to try something. I started cussing, something I had heard the Chinese do, at whatever it was and said, "I don't know who the duck you are, but you need to get the duck out of our house. You're not ducking welcome here." Less than a second later, there was a singular, semi-loud bang within my room, as if all 4 of my bedroom walls had been pounded on. I finally joined my girlfriend in being freaked out, though I didn't show it, since I wasn't sure up until that point that something was in the room with us. However, I did feel a sort of lighter feeling in the room, as if whatever it was had just gotten upset and left because it didn't accomplish what it wanted to. I think it most likely left because I didn't show fear. Fortunately, nothing happened after that, and my girlfriend winded up falling asleep immediately afterward. I stayed up for a while just making sure that nothing else was trying to disturb her, and I eventually fell asleep. I actually didn't really believe in the paranormal until that night, and I do have theories on my own. I do believe that she was more susceptible to being disturbed by paranormal beings, and her sleep paralysis more than likely made her more vulnerable to being disturbed by those paranormal beings. However, I'm not sure if it was a ghost, poltergeist, or potentially demonic. She also had told me after that incident that she used to play with the Ouija board a few years before we started dating. The more I think about it, it actually seemed like she was trying to warn me while she was experiencing this sleep paralysis, so she might have gotten me out of a sticky situation. Any thoughts or similar experiences? You can ask me questions if you'd like. Thanks for reading about my personal experience and brief exposure to the paranormal. TLDR, ex-girlfriend's sleep paralysis somehow detected a paranormal being in my room. Thank you Tlanepantla Flower, the author. Thank you for watching everyone. If you already haven't, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new episodes. See you again soon, and until then please, be safe.